a new Minecraft snapshot that's just released, and with it comes a few new blocks. And these are only available in the creative menu for now. Once they add new biomes, these will also be available in survival, of course. I've placed some around here. Alright, so first of all are moss blocks and moss carpets. I believe moss blocks will just generate in the world, and then you can craft moss carpets by taking moss blocks like this, just like regular carpet. This behaves just like regular carpet and wool blocks. As you can see, you can just stack it up. If you break the bottom one, they all fall down. Then we have the Azalea and the flowering Azalea blocks. And as far as I can tell, there's no way, as of right now, to turn the regular Azalea into flowering Azalea. There's also Azalea leaves and flowering Azalea leaves, which is also nice. And as far as I can tell, you can't place them on every odd block. These are some that I have tested out. You can place them on grass blocks, not on the netherrack grass, the warped nylium, but you can put them on any old dirt variant. Actually, I didn't check out my mycelium, so let's just quickly test that one out as well. Should be... No, actually, no. Doesn't work on mycelium. And also doesn't work on the next new block, which is rooted dirt, which I'm also assuming will be a part of natural world generation. But this is one of those blocks that may at some point be available to you by bone mealing the block or something similar. Anyway, I have some of those rooted dirt blocks up here because there's also hanging roots. And as you can tell, these guys grow on the underside. They don't grow larger than this. I can show you guys by getting some bone meal. Doesn't really do anything on here. Doesn't really do anything on these big flowers either, which are spore blossoms. Can't really tell what these are for yet. But these only grow on the underside of blocks as far as I can tell. They don't grow on the side, at least not on dirt or any of the other blocks that I have tested. Now next up are these vines. I believe that these, the weeping vines and the twisting vines, were already in the game. But now we also have glowberry vines, or cave vines as they're also known. These grow only on the bottom side of blocks. And I've currently got my game at a really high game tick speed, so that's why they're growing so fast. Let's quickly go up here and do a quick test at regular game speed. Alright, so as you can see, at regular game speed, these guys, they will still grow, but still it's going to be a lot slower. You cannot actually speed up the process using bone meal, because bone meal will actually grow the berries themselves, the glowberries, which are awesome. These are actually food, you can eat them. I have not yet tested out how much they heal, so I'll be going into survival mode in a second and draining my health. But first, before we do that, let's do time set 18,000. And as we can see, these berries actually light up the area. They give off a full light level 12 actually. So pretty damn bright. Not 100% as bright as things get. But yeah, they're really cool looking. Give off massive amounts of light. And actually these things are eaten by foxes as well, is one of the things noted in the patch notes. So let's actually get myself a fox and test that out, because why not? And let's get some foxes here, and these guys love it. Oops. Looks like just a single one of those berries. Maybe it's because I'm in creative mode. It makes them breed, which is nice. Alright, I'm down 4 hunger haunches in survival mode. So let's check out how much this heals. Just one singular hunger. Doesn't have any other effects either, so it's just that. I don't know how much of the saturation it heals though, so that's a thing that we'll have to wait until the Minecraft wiki actually figures that out. And actually, I should tell you guys these things, these spore blossoms, they also emit particles, which is interesting. Cool effect. Alright, so next up are these cool little underwater plants called Dripleafs. I've got the small and the big variant in my inventory right now, but you cannot place them anywhere. These, you can place them on dirt, clay, or moss blocks. Possibly some other blocks, but I have not tested any others out yet. I mean, I guess we could test out on a log. Can we put it on here? Nope, we cannot. Anyway, these ones you can for sure place them on. And then what you can do with them actually is you can use bone meal on them. And they turn big. Now the small ones, they do not have a hitbox. When they turn big though, they do. And once they do, you can increase them in height as well. You have to use the bone meal on the top block though. Can't really use it on any of the other blocks. It doesn't work that way. You have to put it on the top block, and let's see how tall we can make this thing. And I'm guessing, as far as I can tell, there's no limit to this. Otherwise it would have shown already. Alright, it really doesn't look like there's a limit to this. Apparently though, they do somehow tilt, which is really interesting. I do not know the mechanics. If you jump on them too much though. Alright. So I see. Alright, looks like these plants, you can parkour across them all you want, but you cannot stand still on them. They will collapse like that and you will sink right through, which is kind of cool. It's some sort of weird trap or parkour mechanic, so you can make a parkour where people have to keep on moving and moving. These things are cool though. I think they'll have some sort of use at some point, possibly using redstone contraptions. And let me actually test out how these things interact with, for example, animals standing on them. Is it just players or are they triggered by animals as well? Alright. Animals do trigger the flappy thing. Now another thing that I want to test is, do they drop items through? Yeah, it's any entity. It's just a single item. Pushes it down. At the same rate that a player would. Alright, so that could be actually really useful, because it will slow down the rate at which items drop. Now if only there was a way to stack these, so that you could have multiple of these on top of each other. That would be really cool. I mean, maybe there's something... I don't know, maybe there's gonna be some sort of technique to build multiple of these on top of each other. But yeah, if you do it like this, I mean, you can plant the second one, but as soon as you remove the block in between them, it just disappears, so that doesn't really work like that. Would be cool though. Also, one thing to note about these, I don't know if big drip leaves are going to be, big drip leaves are going to be accessible in your inventory, but these ones you actually can place on any old block, as long as it's in water. Actually, doesn't even have to be in water. I lied. You can place these anywhere, so even on land, except for on top of each other, and I'm assuming not on top of, like, I don't know, not on top of here, for example. Or other transparent blocks. So yeah. Anyway, that was it for the little snapshot video. Hope you guys have learned something. I hope you guys are excited for the snapshot as I am. Because this is all really cool. Especially some of these drip leaves. Are gonna be some real cool mechanics with them. Actually, real quick, there's 2 more things that I absolutely have to add to this video. Big drip leaves, you can crouch on them, you can crouch jump on them, and they will not tilt, which is awesome, but they will obviously still tilt if you're on here and there's also a block. The block will be providing the tilt. And also the other thing is that the drip leaves can occasionally be sold by wandering traders, which is awesome. So I'm gonna quickly find a wandering trader which is selling drip leaves, and I will show you guys. Alright, so here it is. Then this is actually pretty huge for me and other people playing in the snapshots, because that means that drip leaves are already available in survival Minecraft. The other things I've showed in this video, they are not available yet, but drip leaves, oh god, which one was it? Drip leaves are already available for survival players if they really want to, and if they get lucky with their wandering traders. Where's this guy? There we are. So yeah, that's pretty massive for someone like me and probably other people playing with the snapshots as well. Anyways, toodles!